How about I'm upset that I have to make this video for the third time? I can't wait to get me a real phone. Y'all know where I'm at. I'm out here on the river. Look at the barge, y'all. I love to see the barges go past. So I'm out here. I am doing some inventory on my life, making notes, making plans, business plans. Um, I have a letter to write. Yeah, so check this out. I have this guy who is a friend of mine. Um, he used to be my childhood sweetheart. He's the one that I told y'all about that bucked my cousin because he knew that something was going on with me and my cousin, and he used to try to fight my cousin because I was telling him when it first started. I was telling him that um, nothing was going on, but he could tell that it was something different between me and my cousin. So they was gonna fight, y'all. It was, I had to stop at him many a times. So anywho, his mother and my mother and a couple more women are really good friends, so at least they was. And we all lived in the same apartment complex and stuff. And so his mother and my mother wanted us to get married, okay? So, make a long story short, we lost touch, and I'll go back and fill in some spaces, but we look at the water, y'all, I love it. We lost touch after high school. During high school, they used to have this thing where it would be uh, what was it called, Jersey Day, and this when girls wear dudes jerseys and stuff. And it was like, Coco, you gonna wear such and such jersey? You gonna wear somebody's jersey? I'm like, nah, ain't got nobody's jersey to wear. And he stopped in the middle of the hallway and turned around and looked at me, cause he was to catch me out in high school. Okay, him and my brother ran neck and neck playing football, and then he was in track. So I was like, well, maybe y'all, I don't know. So when we got home that day, he was like, so you want to wear my jersey tomorrow to represent me? I was like, yeah, I'll wear your jersey, because it was an unspoken thing that me and him was dating. Even though we wasn't dating, we was dating, if you get my drift. No sex, just dating. So when I came to school and I had the big man's jersey on, everybody was like, oh my goodness, look whose jersey she got on, and all this and stuff. So, of course, his chest was all big because I'm walking around school with his name on my back and his number and all this and stuff like that. So, and he was an upperclassman, like he was a class ahead of me. So, you know, it was tripped out. So he used to come home from football games. He would have his jersey and stuff. I mean, his equipment and helmet thrown over his shoulder, walking up the court, and I would be coming down. I don't know. It's like we timed it just right. I don't know how that happened, but I could see him smile from a mile away. He'd be smiling, walking so, and I just start laughing. And he grabbed me and hugged me. I'm like, you wet. He's like, I've been sweating, baby. Like that. And he's like, look, let me go in the house and take me a bath. He said, and I'll call you, if you don't go to sleep so we can sit out. I'm like, yeah, I'll be out. Just call me, we can come and sit on the porch. He said, okay. Now, my mother liked him, so my mother wanted me to marry him. She didn't mind him coming in the house, but I don't know. We just wanted our time together, so we would always do it. Sometimes, y'all, we would sit on the porch until about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I mean, just sitting there talking and laughing and acting silly and making plans for the future and stuff like that. And I'm fast forward. I'm cutting out a whole lot of parts. Sometime in a later date, I might go back and revisit some stuff. But so what happened was, life happened. We ended up moving, and so me and him lost track of each other. But when we found each other again, I found him through his mother, because I bumped into her, and she was saying, my son, I always talk about you. He always asks me, have you seen her? Have you seen her? I start laughing and stuff. So I bumped into, and I said, well, tell him I said, have you talked to him, and all this and stuff. So I'm fast forwarding, different times. And so when me and him saw each other, he was like, oh, hey, go, 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 go. He could scream. I was like, who is that screaming my name? And I looked, I said, oh my God. I said, hi, like that. And of course, we hugged each other and, all this stuff. And we was talking. I was like, I gotta go. I said, but here, because he was like, where you live at now? And I told him, I said, here, I got my own spot. I said, call me so you can come through. He said, most definitely. So, he said, I still love you. I said, boy. He said, what? He said, you still my wife. So, anywho. So then he called me and I told him what time to come over. So he came over and we sat in my living room. We was talking and all this and stuff and no sex. Still, can you believe it? But we was talking and he told me some things he knew and that he realized, that was going on with my cousin and everything, and he wanted to kill him. And but he knew it would hurt me. Um, and yeah, look, when I was in middle school, I had a chance to go to this college called Western Kentucky College, and the Q Dogs performed. So I always fell in love with the Q Dogs. That's the best fraternity to me. I'm like, anytime Q Dogs show up, I'll be there, babes. So come to find out, and he didn't know this, but come to find out, he joined the Q Dogs in college. I was like, shut the front door. I'm like, okay. He said, you really like the Q Dogs? Like, yeah. I said, yeah. He said, roo, roo, start barking and stuff. He showed me his brand, y'all. He's got 3 brands. He's got one on his chest, one on his arm, and one on his leg. I said, you have to have that many brands? He said, nah, I'm extra. Stupid is more like it, but he's got 3 brands. I'm like, oh my goodness. So he is most definitely a cute dog. So, um, what else? So he came back to visit me that night. Well, not that night, the next night. And for the first time, after all this time since we was 7 years old, y'all, for the first time as adults, we consummated our relationship. Okay? So I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Here is my childhood, you know, love or whatever, and we're grown now. We met each other, we saw each other again, and now we getting it in as adults. Wow. So, um, we lost track of each other again because I ended up moving, and I ended up moving for a reason, y'all. For real, I had a stalker, and so this was an emergency move. I had to move for my own safety. So I ended up moving, lost track again. One day he was riding past. I forgot what day it was, but we was over at my mom's house where she used to live at, and I just so happened to be outside coming from my truck. I had a nice old truck at the time. And this person rolled past in the truck and said, hey, hey, and started backing up. And I said, who is that? And I'm looking. I said, shut up. What is the odds? And he backed back. He said, oh my goodness, I found you. I said, what you mean found? He said, I've been looking for you, man. I said, yeah. Now, years has passed, y'all, okay, since that date and stuff. And so, um, I'm like, yeah, I'm here with my husband. Here with my husband and my kids. I said, Mama live right there. I said, Mama live right there. He said, what, my girl? I'm at the park and go in here and see her. Y'all, yeah, he wanted to see my mama, but he was trying to make a point to my husband. Crazy. So, anywho, uh, the kids said, they was like, Mama, hi, who is this? I said, so I told him who they were. He said, I should have been your daddy. I said, stop it. Like, he's a jerk. I swear he's a jerk. Anyway, so he goes and I said, Mama, guess what? I said, somebody here to surprise you. She said, who? Because, yeah, my mama's very direct. She worse than me. That's where I get it from. She said, who? I ain't asked for company. I cracked up. He said, oh, you don't want to see me? She looked, she said, wait a minute. I know that voice. And he looked at her. She said, oh my God, my baby. Like that, and grabbed him and hugged him and was talking to him. Of course, he picked up, and they was just, all this stuff. Crazy. She said, hey, you baby. I ain't seen you in so long. He said, I know, Mom. I know, like that. So I said, well, here's my husband. I said, husband, this is, so and so. They shook each other's hand, but that was an unmistakable thing. My husband was like, I'm here now, dog. I don't know what happened, but I ain't giving up my spot. I'm here, dog. And he was like, not for long if I got something to do. I mean, it was just unspoken, y'all. Tripped me out. And you could feel it. You could feel it. My sister said, uh-oh. I said, no. I thought it was just me. She said, you could feel that tension. I said, okay. But the thing about it is, this dude was married. He was married too. It wasn't just me. He was married. Come to find out, he was like, yeah, I'm going to go home. See what my wife done cook. I said, so you married over here starting trouble? And he started laughing. He said, because you are my wife. you should have been my wife. I'm like, but I'm not. I'm not though. So, anywho, fast forward. So, lost track of each other, but he always asked people, have y'all seen me? Because when me and him talked again, when we found each other, we talked again. He said he did hear about, he heard somebody say, man, last time I heard uh, anything about Coco, she was stripping. Said her and her friend, they was, traveling and stripping. Like, yeah. He's like, dang, man. He said, all right, so he did hear about it and everything. And I told him, yeah, it was true and all this and stuff. And, because I told y'all when I hid from him when I first got pregnant because I knew it was going to break his heart. I just couldn't bring myself to have an abortion. Yeah, I don't believe in it. I ain't knocking whoever do. I just don't believe in it. But I couldn't bring myself to do it. And I couldn't believe that I had let that go that far where I became pregnant, and that it wasn't by him. And it just crushed him. His mother told me when she seen me, she said, come here. Because I had hid from her. She said, does my son know? I said, no, ma'am. She said, this is going to kill my son, right? I said, yes, ma'am. Like that. So it was real, y'all. It was real. So when he finally saw me, and I think I told y'all this once before, when he finally saw me walking, he was in the door. He said, is it true? And he came and sat on his porch. I said, what? He said, you know what? Is it true? And I just dropped my head and said, yeah. He said, man. He said, you pregnant? I said, yeah. He said, man. Like that. And it broke my heart. It broke his heart. He cried. I cried. It was just messed up. Anyway, fast forwarding. So, I'm going to fast forward to yesterday. Yesterday, this boy's crazy. He hollered, you know, I'm still waiting on you. I said, waiting on me for what? He said, to be my wife. I said, now you know I'm married. You've met my husband. Matter of fact, you've talked to my husband not too long ago. He said, yeah, I told that nigga too. I'm like, stop saying that. Don't use that N word. He's like, yeah. I said, yeah, my husband told me what you said to him. He said, I mean that. Yeah, he told my husband, I'm waiting for you to F up. He said, I ain't waited all my life for her not to have her. That's exactly what he said. He told my husband, can you believe that? And my husband said, well, you'll be waiting till hell freeze over. He said, well, I gotta wait. He said, but she gonna be my wife. He said, she gonna be my wife because she should have been mad anyway. And so that's how they left it. And what's so funny is my husband used to be his softball coach when he was a little boy. And so they know each other from that point of view, but both of them it's like two pit bulls, baby, stirring at a bone. I'm telling you. My husband's like, he ain't going. Don't at him because he gonna show you. And no matter how much I tell this boy that I am married, I ain't going nowhere, he's like, that's a lie because he ain't got what I got. He ain't talking about sex, y'all, but he's talking about the history me and him have and all this stuff. I'm like, it don't make no difference. I said, I do to him. He's like, yeah, and that was a mistake. How you gonna tell me what's a mistake? I don't get that. I'm like, how you gonna tell me what's a mistake? He said, it was because it wasn't me. Yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with right now. That right there is what I'm dealing with. He divorced his wife last year. He's like, I already told her, and she knows she was the worst mistake of my life. It was a rebound thing, and yada yada. Speaking of him, that little ding was him trying to call me. Anyway, I'm serious. And my husband knows we're friends, and everything. So I try not to disrespect him, because even though he allows me and him to deal with each other, he still know the very intent of this guy's heart. Because he tells everybody he can. I already know who my wife is. I'm just waiting. So, but he apologized to me for some stuff, and yeah, we had a real heart to heart. And he's like, I'm sorry. He said, I got to make this right with you. He said, I messed up. He said, and I lost a woman that I loved ever since we were 7 years old. And that's the truth. He asked me at 8 years old to marry him. He asked me at 12 years old to marry him. He asked me when I turned 13 to marry him. He asked me when I turned 16 with a baby to marry him and give the baby his last name. When he went to college, he told his mother, if you find her, tell her I got housing on college and she could still come up here with me, her and the kids, and I'm gonna be their daddy and all this, and I still want to marry her. We'll marry each other first. And y'all, I'm telling y'all this, and he's still saying it. He's still saying it. You my wife. You my wife. So it's crazy, y'all. My life is crazy. Yeah, my life is real crazy. So I'm like, Lord have mercy. It be like it. All right, well I'm good to go. So I'm gonna go and get my little studying on in my little favorite spot, and that's how we gonna do it. All right, smooches. It's been Coco 929.